Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. In auditing, we are discussing about OCHing. In OCHing, this is the last class. We have discussed what is OCHing, objects of OCHing and the different types of OCHing, how to do OCHing of purchase book, sales book and cash transactions, everything we have seen. Now, today we will see what is OCHing and what is routine checking. Concept if you have a good understanding. OCHing we understood. Routine checking also I already taught in one of our previous class. Concept if you have a clarity, then you can distinguish, you can tell the differences between OCHing and routine checking. Anyway, knowledge, having knowledge and examination point of view also this is important, so I am covering this topic. So let us see the differences between OCHing and second one is that routine checking. So these are the main criteria. You can take it out, what is OCHing and what is routine checking. First thing is that meaning. What is the meaning? You know that OCHing is, it's an auditing technique to check accuracy and authenticity. Let me take marker. It's a technique to check accuracy and authenticity of recorded transactions. Accuracy and authenticity, both are important in OCHing. This is the main meaning. Now what is the meaning of routine checking? It's a simple checking of arithmetic accuracy of the accounting books. Only arithmetic accuracy means totaling and calculations, that's it. So this is the meaning of routine checking. But here accuracy and authenticity of recorded books. Okay. Second then, scope. What is the scope? If you see OCHing scope, it is having a wide scope. It's having a wider scope, it's having wide scope, it's having wider scope if you compare with the routine checking. Compared to routine checking, it's having wider scope because OCHing is not just simply checking the transactions. Every voucher we have to get into that and step by step we have to check. That is why it is having a wider scope compared to the routine checking. That sentence you have to write here, I didn't write. It's having wider scope than routine checking. Now here it has a narrow scope compared to OCHing. Why narrow scope? Only totaling, arithmetic checking only we are doing it. So it's narrow scope compared to the OCHing. So this is the scope. Third point is that objective. What is the main objective? To check and verify the documentary evidence. To check and verify the documentary evidence of each and every transaction. That's OCHing objective. Now what is the object of routine checking? To examine and analyze totals and balances. Totals and balances of subsidiary books. Yes, books means subsidiary books. Subsidiary books are only totaling and balances you have to check. That is the object. But here it is documentary evidence we have to check. Next, relationship. The relationship, how it is, the process of OCHing includes routine checking also. In OCHing, routine checking is also included. Okay? Relationship, if you see the OCHing relationship with routine checking, so in OCHing, routine checking also included. Now, if you see the routine checking relationship with the OCHing, it's a part of OCHing. Routine checking is part of OCHing. In OCHing we do the routine checking also. We verify the totals also. That is why we say it as it's a part of OCHing. Next one, inputs. What do we take the inputs? How do we verify? Means regular books of accounts. Regular books of accounts as the inputs of OCHing. All the books, regular books, everything, whatever is available, everything, all the regular books, we take it as the inputs of the OCHing. Now here only subsidiary books. Subsidiary books as the inputs of OCHing, not all the books here, only subsidiary books we take. Now if you see the types of evidence, types of evidence means it provides the evidence related with the authenticity, accuracy of primary books. Main evidence, types of evidence means it provides the evidence of the authenticity and accuracy of the primary books. Basic, all the transactions evidence you will get it through accuracy here. So evidence, but now here making tick mark against the checked entries and error entries. There we are taking vouchers as evidence, documentary evidence, but here no evidence, only we are, what is the evidence means, making a tick mark. Total is correct, put a tick mark. Total is something wrong, put some other mark. We have seen different kinds of marks they put it, right. So here only putting tick mark against the proper entries, checked entries and wrong entries also. There we have documentary evidence. So that's about the types of evidence. Next one, errors. In vouching we can find out all types of errors. Here you are saying it helps in identifying error of principle, error of commission, omission, error of omission, error of commission and frauds. All the errors we can find out easily. We are checking everything, transactions in detail with evidence we are checking. So there is a possibility of finding out all types of errors. We have discussed types of errors in errors, rectification of errors chapter, right. So those errors we can find out through the vouching. But here what you can find out, it helps in identifying only small mathematical errors only, because we do only the calculations here. Only small mathematical errors we can find out, but here all types of errors like error of commission, error of omission and also frauds, principles, everything we can find out it. Compensating error also you can get it. Last one, job performance. If you see the performance, job performance of vouching, it is a responsible job and to be performed by the senior staff of auditors. Everyone cannot go for vouching because it is a responsible job. It can be performed only by the senior staff of auditors, not even junior staff. Anyway, auditor will never do such kind of vouching work. He assigns the work to the staff members, junior staff, senior staff. Above these two people, supervisors will be there. We have discussed already. So now here the work is given to the only the senior staff vouching, because responsible job, not the junior staff. Now here who can do this routine job, routine checking? It can be performed by the any junior clerk. It has come outside. Any junior clerk can do this. Need not to be even the staff of auditor. Not required. Anyone can do this, because just totaling, checking the amount transferred properly or not, these are all normal things. Am I clear? You got a 100% knowledge about what is vouching, what is routine checking. Take a screenshot or note down. In the coming classes, we will discuss the last chapter, verification and valuation of assets and liabilities. That is also I am going to cover, so that 100% you will be sure about auditing subject. By the way, whenever you are following our topic, lecture, any lecture, please write it in the comment box, so that I feel very happy you are following. That's the only feedback I get. I can't see you all. And stay connected. Don't forget to share these videos. Sharing is caring, because everything is free of cost, especially for the student community. Please share it, use it and have a bright career. Good luck.